From Harvey Weinstein to Congressman John Conyers, more and more cases of alleged sexual misconduct are coming to light, and it's a turning point in our society. We all have an obligation to be part of it and make sure people feel safe in the workplace.
Absolutely. And joining us is certified life and business coach Celia Ward-Wallace. Celia, it's always great to see you, especially this subject. It's sort of one of those, if you are witnessing it, I notice you're saying something about how to shift from being a bystander to an upstander. Explain.
What do I mean by
that?
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Yeah, so I think we all understand that we can't stand by any longer, right? And that's really what we're saying is for anybody who is aware of what's going on or happens to see something to shift from thinking, I'm not going to say anything because I don't know what's going on, instead of saying, I'm going to stand up and use my voice.
All right, you have some pointers. So the first one is be aware. Explain that.
Well, again, this is about just opening up your field of awareness. It's not just about you and your day-to-day. It's about the whole space that you're in, all of the people around you. So if you open up yourself to see how are people being treated, then you're more likely to be able to nip situations in the bud and be able to be that upstander.
All right. So what do you mean when you say speak up and document? So obviously if someone speaks up, that's not enough?
Well, a lot of times people have not spoken up, right? And so that's been the issue is people who have gone through it themselves have not spoken up. People who have witnessed it have not spoken up. And so we're really just saying this is super basic. If you see something, say something, say this seems inappropriate or I'm concerned about what I witnessed. Can we talk about that? And to actually document where was it, who was involved, what was the time, date, all of that stuff.
And you also say take action, but how do we know when we should report something?
Well, if it's yourself, I think you need to check in any given situation and see how you're feeling about it. But if you witness something, again, that's something you would go to the person and say, I saw this happen. How are you feeling about this? Is this something that you want to report? I'm happy to stand by you, stand up for you, and take the next step.
And you don't ever think that, I mean, I know we're seeing the change the culture, but if you see something or witness something, do you think that the victim, they don't always want to speak up or say something about themselves? You don't ever think the person who's witnessing it should just go straight to their managers?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you think it's egregious, if you think it's something that the culture needs to shift in your workplace, then that's definitely the place where you would take further leadership and say something about it. You always want to be sensitive to the person who is involved and not go over their head. But if you feel like it's something that's going to affect all of the people in the workplace, that the company should shift its policies or the environment could be better and more supportive of women and all of the people affected, then that's your job, right?
Yeah.
And you think the Me Too has given a lot of people courage to step forward?
Absolutely. I was having this conversation last night. They were saying, well, why haven't women ever said anything? Why is it happening so much now? And it's because if you say something and you say something and I say something, we can't be singled out. You know, we can all go in together and say, this has happened to all of us. Now people are listening versus it's just me. And they say, well, maybe it's not real or maybe something's wrong with her. But if we are all doing it together, we can stand strong and stand up for each other.
Women certainly are very brave. Yep. Women are really being very brave right now.
Yeah, power to the woman.
No doubt. Thank you so much. Exactly. If you would like to learn more about Celia, go to CeliaWardWallace.com. And again, it's always good. You touch on so many very pertinent topics, so we always appreciate it when you come in.
I love being here with you guys.
And I'm sure we'll see you again soon.
Yes.
Thank you so much.